Peace and prosperity, bien all his sister watching. It's your girl Shay Miller, right? And I'm back with another video, and it's good to be back home. Finally come back home, back to the place I used to live, where I used to make videos, where I grew up at, basically. Good to be back in your own hometown. Good to be back to see how things become. Good to see family, which I haven't seen them yet because they're at work. I was going to see my best friend, but she's at work too. So everybody's working. I came pretty early to get an oil change for my truck. Whew. I think I talked to the wrong people. I talked to the salespeople, but I didn't know they were salespeople. I was trying to ask about my truck or something about my truck. But I had contacted the person that I needed to talk to. I'm just waiting for them to call me back. And I'm hoping that goes well. So we're going to have a positive attitude about it until we get an answer. We're going to be very optimistic about it because we've been planning it for a year. It's almost a year. So we believe that it's going to go well, but we just don't know until we get an answer. Everything slowly over time really do change. You change, the environment change. Some things in life don't change, but some things do, and you just sometimes when you are able to focus in the moment or like present moment, you get to see how the change is. You get to see the change of the environment or the place you used to once live, or you get to see your change in the environment and how you feel in an old place you once lived. So it's strange. Growth is pretty strange. It's weird. It's sometimes uncomfortable. It's sometimes unfamiliar. It's something that is needed. It's something that is required. It's something that makes us better. But I do miss home. I do miss my family. I do miss seeing them. I don't see them as much. I work so much. But the biggest thing going forward is making sure that I don't work as much anymore. That is a master plan of all. Getting to the point where you're not working as much anymore. I'm about to be 28. There's so much in life that I've not seen. There's so much in life that I've yet to do. There's so much in life that I want. And I need to give my all and really figure some things out in order to have the full experience. Jim Rohn, if anybody knows him, Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy, very successful men, very successful entrepreneurs, you want to say. Very successful people who teach that starting is the best thing ever. Like, you don't necessarily have to have it all together, which is true. You don't necessarily have to have everything in life together to start. Some people like me like to plan things, like to have things figured out, like to get things together, like to have preparation in place. But sometimes there's points in your life where you won't be able to have preparation. You won't be able to have time. You won't be able to have to do anything. You're just going to have to act and move. And sometimes to me, that's like so unsuitable. But that's a part of life. Just being able to adapt and be able to move when it's necessary. Being able to do things when it's necessary. And just get through it. And don't let it break you. Now, it's times you feel like you're breaking, but don't let things break you. Most things in life are meant to build you up, built to make you stronger, greater, even better, a better thinker, a better performer, a better decision maker, a better action taker, a better make you want to be more ambitious, to make you want to make better decisions. I mean, it just, life in general is like conducive in a way where it makes the people in it either level up or remain the same. Really depends on the mindset of the people, really depends on what people want, and it really depends on the desire of the heart of that person in mind. So it just depends on the person. Life really does put you in predicaments and situations where you have to adapt to change and growth. Whereas some people like to avoid and like resist and like not face opposition or confrontation, so they spend their life remaining in the same place, which is fine for a lot of people, but for me, that's boring. I don't want to spend the next 7 years of my life doing what I did the last 7 years of my life. If I can change by doing something tomorrow to make my life completely extraordinary, more better than it was the last 7 years, I would definitely do it, because I just want better in my life. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with better. There's nothing wrong with striving for more. That's what we live for. That's what we need. And with the world being the way it is, you gotta want more for yourself, because the economy is at the all-time high. Love you guys.